It is early in the morning, or at least for me it is, because I kinda got used to waking up at 10, and that's not something I want to do. I wish I could just wake up at 9. Hello. Um, but I have not had a good sleeping schedule for a while. Anyway, it's good to stream again now. Usually I'm trying to limit myself to having one stream per month because I don't want the internet bill to go up a lot like it has before when I streamed a few times per week. So, alright. So today is not a game, even though I named the files of everything a game because previously I've only streamed games, but today we're quote-unquote playing paint.net, or at least that's what Discord would say, because Discord says I'm playing Sony Vegas, which I'm not playing, but alright. So, we're in paint.net. I use paint.net for everything. I have Photoshop and I hate it, so I use paint.net. I am using an older version. Let's see. I always forget what the version number is, but I have an older version saved on my flash drive, and I put it on every computer I use. So, I have paint.net 4.1.5, and I have like 3 plugin packs that I found. I don't remember the names of them, but this is what I use for mods, for graphics, for everything. I use paint.net 4.5 with a bunch of plugins. Alright. So, I'm going to change the BGM actually. I don't know if it's too quiet or if you can hear it at all, but I definitely need to make it so that my voice is louder than it. Okay, so today, since I'm doing Pyra and Mythra, I might as well play Best of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 OST. So that's going to be the BGM today. Let's see. Okay, you can barely hear that. But I also want to be able to hear myself over the music. That's probably good. Okay, putting it back at 0 again. Okay. So I'm not going to show anything on the browser or anything, but basically the way that I do the Mural Isolations. So there's this site, this community site that is I'm very thankful for, and I think others should be as well. There's a site called PG Wiki, which they upload and preserve video game artwork, and like box art and promotional art and stuff like that. And of course, everyone is here is video game art that should be preserved. So what they do is they find webkits and things like that, and sometimes they upload the highest quality version of the Mural that is around. Hi. So, of course, when Sora came out, they're like, yeah, we really gotta get it this time. So, so we have the official highest quality version of the Mural there is. If I zoom in to, oh yeah, I always forget, it's not gonna be 100% for you guys, only on my screen. But if I zoom in to 100% on my screen, this is how much you see at the highest resolution of the Mural. And you know, this picture is cropped. This is only like around a half of what you would actually see on the Mural. You'd see like this much more on the real Mural. But this is the highest quality version of the Mural, and of course I cropped it before the stream. Give me a second. Okay, so I cropped it before the stream because even opening the original file or copying it takes like way more memory. Because when I was trying to make the, actually I might as, okay, I'll go into that after I start. Getting a request to show a certain stage in ZM Special. Well, there's so many of them, you can try it out yourself. I can't show everything, sorry. Okay, so I already kind of started a little bit, actually. I started up here, and if you can't realize already, I'm using the eraser. And usually I start at a size of 2 or 3. Right now it's 2. And I'm going to be doing 2. But for stuff like hair, you gotta use 1. So, I forgot what I was talking about before. Yeah, there's so many stages and costumes, I can't showcase all of them. Imagine showcasing all of the music. I usually try to avoid showing the music, actually, because of YouTube and its use policy, if you know what I mean. Okay, here's a good one that I recognize from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this music. This is Counterattack. Okay, I'm gonna go in performance mode on OBS now. Don't need to see that on my screen anymore. It's so much nicer. I used to stream without 2 monitors. Love that song. Yep. I thought it was pretty good. Oh. Oops. Okay, I was using 3 for a second. With the Mural renders, sometimes it's hard to, I said renders, they're technically not renders. it's hard to tell where something ends. Like, on this, does it end here, or does it end here? Here or here? And I'm just going to say from afar it looks like I should go here. Especially on the lower quality ones. It's usually pretty hard to tell. So, of course, you can realize what I'm doing now. Basically, the way I start is I just take the highest quality Mural, I crop it to the fighter, and then I start with a small eraser, 2 or 3 size, and I basically make an outline around every single part of the fighter. If there's hair, or like a tight spot where I want to make sure the corner looks good, I change it to 1. But for now I'm using 2. I should probably use 1 in this spot because it looks cramped. Okay. I can look at this stuff later. And it's not just erasing the outside of them, it's more than that, but you'll see when I get to that. I kind of started on this already because originally I was gonna do it on my own, but I thought this would be good to stream because 1, this will be one of the last times I do this, and 2, I've never streamed myself doing this before. And it seemed like there was at least an amount of people that like had no idea how I make these. So with this stream they can watch me do one, and I think Pyra and Mythra are a good example because it's this one's obviously going to take longer than one like Steve or something. Not that I could do Steve in like 5 minutes or something. And when I say that, I'm not joking. I cannot do that in 5 minutes. But I feel like this one would be good because not only would it probably take the longest, but it can show how I patch stuff too. And like over here, this is really easy to patch. Because you know, I can't just do every single one of these and not have holes in them because there's other fighters in front of them. Charizard is the best example. Of course, Ness is covering up Mythra's knee and sword here, but in my previous Mural in my previous Mural Isolation for these two, it was fine from a surface level. But I'm going to show how I did that again today. And with Mythra's sword, it's a little bit of a different process than I usually do, but I'll explain that while I'm doing it when I get around to that part. The longest part is just doing this, but we'll get around to it. How's it hanging, my friend? It's alright. I've been pretty busy with other things. Like, I'm trying to get another job. I don't really talk about my personal life. I don't know. I don't think I should either. Basically, I've just been pretty busy with other stuff. I haven't done commissions in a while, and I don't think I will. Just because, you know, I can't be doing all of these things at once. As much as I would like to, I just can't. I don't have a limited, I mean, I don't have an unlimited time to just sit here and work on ZM Special instead of, like, work, you know. I can't just do ZM Special as a job. I don't get paid for that. Hope you know. Okay. So what plans do you have for ZM Special right now? I mean, nothing much is going to change other than usual in the next version. There's a few more Sora skins that there's like 2 more that I can put in there, but you know, Sakurai already used up the first 5 slots, so probably going to keep the one that's already in it now, and put in Halloween Town from Lucky Jero and the pirate one from LN. Those ones look pretty good. Of course, there's going to be more stage mods and skin mods and music in the next version. But other than that, I don't know what else would really change. But I've said this a little bit. I really look forward to File Edition and of course Directory Edition. Like, even just with normal File Edition and no Directory Edition, it would still be like very beneficial to me. We can add UI for Gigabowser. We can add icons for the new series that I added. We can make whatever stages we want, basically. We don't have to have a limited number of textures, which making stages with a limited number of textures is a real hassle. I cannot wait until File Edition comes out, but I'm not going to be begging for it. You can't add... No. Adding more slots is not possible at all right now. It never has been. Just in general, adding more custom slots is not possible right now. As much as I would like to, you can't do it. I would have done it from the start if I could have. Because, you know, some fighters, I have to like take out other mods to put other mods in it. Because you can add costume slots that would require File and Directory Edition, which we don't have normal File Edition yet. And I know the game's been out for about 3 years now almost. We still can't add files to the game, like, at all. Like, people have done it with special development builds of Archropolis, but until it's publicly released, I'm not going to use it. Trust me, I would use, I would add more costume slots and other stuff like that if I could. Like, I wouldn't just leave, I wouldn't just leave the series like without icons if I was able to do it. The file edition is not a thing yet, still. And I'm not complaining. I know it's hard. I'm just saying, people that don't follow how modding actually works, it appears that people think we can just add files to the game. It's modding limitations. Remember, we weren't able to increase the file size of anything before. You know, I started modding when we still had to name every file off an offset, which that sucked. But now we can not have to care about file size of the things that we replace, and we don't have to care about shared files which interfere with other costume slots or other forms of the same stage or stuff like that. Will you guys ever have the option to add files? Yes, because people have already done it. But not just because people have already done it, but it's not like we're just gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, we'll just never add any files to the game ever. Like, have you seen Brawl? Have you seen Brawl? Look at that. People are adding like 200 characters. And apparently you can... By that I mean fighters. Apparently in Melee now you can add like 200 more fighters, which... Yay! Yes, I can finally add all the fighters I've been wanting to, and not have to worry. I'm just kidding when I say that. I don't want to add 200 fighters to Melee. Just imagine how the roster would look. Like you You gotta get your reading glasses for that one. Brawl modding is amazing, yeah. I really, if you can't tell already, I really want Ultimate to kick off like how Brawl does. Because like, Brawl is great. You can mod so much stuff for it. Ultimate, there's still limitations, but you know, look at this game in comparison to Brawl. Don't you want to mod this game? Like, that's my mentality. Like, some people have told me, just go to Brawl modding, bro. You know, Brawl is not the same game. Like, and if you're wondering, oh, are you gonna mod the next Smash game the same way? Probably not. Like, Ultimate is what we need. We need to mod Ultimate. Ultimate is a good base for what we need. Look at all the fighters and stages. Are you gonna tell me base Brawl has that? You guys have to spend hours and days porting each fighter from Smash on the Wii U and Smash Brothers Ultimate. Like, why don't we just use Ultimate? And why don't we just use the graphics engine that Ultimate has? Because if you look at Brawl, like, obviously this stuff is made to look like it's on the Wii. Don't you want an HD game? If you want to mod Brawl, that's fine, but this is what I'm doing. And I'm not going to Brawl. I'm not going to mod Brawl. Okay. I thought it would be a good idea to mod Brawl at one point, actually. That was before Ultimate was announced, though. So I never did it. I just thought, let's get ready for Ultimate. Because, you know, I started planning ZM Special before Ultimate even came out. And I was modding back before I think most people would even realize, I guess. I'm saying that because nobody who watches this stream is probably going to say, oh yeah, I remember when we had the mod using offsets. They probably don't even know what that means. And that's not an insult. Like, if you can realize I don't insult people, but I'm just saying, like, I've been doing this for a long time and planning what I was going to do with the build before it came out, and making the logo animation and advertising it. I was working on ZM Special before the game that this is the mod for came out. Yeah, you can kind of see here, it's hard to tell where you're supposed to say, yeah, that's where the hair stops. Because if you guys don't know, working with hair in stuff like this is the hardest. It's always hair that is hard. Because it's so thin in comparison to everything else. The artifacting becomes way more obvious on hair than anything else. I guess this is basically the same way that the Smash team, or maybe not the Smash team, but the people, like, got a transparent background image of Sakurai. They're doing the same thing that I'm doing right now. Because, you know, they put him in front of all the presentation video thumbnails. This is the same way they do it, and you can tell because there's artifacting on it. And it's not just like a green screen that it sits in front of, because the screenshots are taken from the video. And there's brown artifacting that I've seen. So clearly they take a screenshot of the video and do the same thing I'm doing right now. They might use some sort of other method, like Photoshop, of course, and using a different tool other than the eraser. But it's still the same process. Definitely not with Paint.net. I'll probably never find a Japanese person that knows what Paint.net is. Because not everybody even knows about paint.net. This music is interesting. I don't sit and listen to all of the music when a new fighter comes out. Kinda just let it play. And if something stands out, I'll look at it more. This is going to be a while. Also, this is actually the first version of the Mural where we get a full look at Bowser Jr.'s fire. Normally something is in front of it, but not anymore. So, I'm gonna use that to... I'm gonna add that for Bowser Jr. for his Mural render. Isolation. They're not renders. For his Mural Isolation. I got used to calling them renders even though they're not. They're similar to what a render is, but they're not rendered. They're just isolations. Yeah, and not just the DLC fighters, but I'm going to be updating the other fighters as well because, you know, they're all moved around again. And they're all moved around again, so you can see a little bit more of some of them that we've never seen before. And that'll help me make some of the other Mural Isolations look better. So, when I'm done doing the rest of the DLC, I'll work on those. And then I'll do that whole project file template thing. That project blue screened me so many times. It's not fun. Imagine waiting 30 minutes just to get blue screened. That actually sucked. That was pretty bad. That went on for like 2 days. But I don't have to worry about that for a little while. This looks fine now. This looks fine now, but when I put a dark background behind it, you're gonna be like, ugh, gross. So I gotta check that out when I'm done with this part, which probably be more than an hour. I've been streaming for 40 minutes and I've basically only done her hair. Oh no. Okay, this might take longer than I thought it would, but I feel like the hair is part of it. Oh yeah, this part was hard too. Pyra's sword. This music is alright. This is more Arden Day. More Ardain Day. Right? Yeah, more Ardain Day. Now it's over. Is it over? Seems like there's another quieter part to it, which I like. Like, I haven't listened to the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 OST before, actually. Like, I've only heard some of it from Smash, and that's it. Yeah, the series icons I modded in actually, the ones that I replaced from the original game. I was like, why is that not already the series icon for them? It shouldn't be what it is now. like when Kazuya was new, and you look at his series icon and it's just some weird silhouette of his fist, and it's like, wow. Well, that definitely reminds me of Tekken. That makes me recognize Tekken when I see that. No, it doesn't. Should be the Devil Gene icon, right? Like, and when I think of Kingdom Hearts, I don't think of that crown symbol. I think of the heart symbol, you know, the one that I put in the build. Yeah, it seems like this. Oh, I see now. Okay. Now it's playing more Ardennes Night. The other one was Day. But it's just about to be over now. Okay, now it's playing something else. This one's pretty good. I've heard this one. This one is Battle Torna. Like the stanky music. I like the I really like music that has like a stanky guitar in the background. It makes it so much better. And not necessarily a guitar, but this song has it. Like, that to me will really make a song a jam. It's just by having like so many background instruments doing different chords or notes and stuff. Like, that makes a song good to me. That's what I think. some games have that, some other songs have that. Like, I can't think of any off the top of my head besides Persona 5. But there are some songs in video games that are just so good because of the stanky guitar. The reason I say stinky guitars, Vinesauce Joel basically started saying that, so I thought that was pretty good. I know this one's already in Smash, so I don't have to add it. I've been really into Final Fantasy VII lately. Actually, kind of on the topic of Vinesauce, I've been watching Vinny's Final Fantasy VII playthrough, and like last night before I went to bed, I was like, wow, that was badass. And when I say that, I'm talking about when he beat Emerald weapon. That was so cool. That was awesome. that battle went on for like 30 minutes, and it was just like dying and reviving and almost dying and recovering and just back and forth. It was so cool. Just that for 30 minutes plus the great soundtrack that game has. Man, that was awesome. Okay, I couldn't even tell if that was her sword or not. This is definitely going to take longer than I thought it would. I thought it would take like an hour and a half, honestly. Because I used to be able to do 4 of these in like a day. But that was back when I had way more free time. I started this isolation project when I was in college, and it took me and a friend 2 months to do all of them. And yeah, actually, myself, I did not do every single one of them. I had a friend that helped. I don't think he has like social media and stuff, but his username is High Caliber. He did like Little Mac and Ike and stuff. Ganondorf. And I helped with a lot of them. Actually, the reason that we have a full isolation for Ridley is thanks to him. Wouldn't have done it without him. Or couldn't have done that without him. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is so good. like, I wasn't too invested at first. Like, I thought it was gonna be some edgy legacy. The whole game was gonna be edgy. And then, like, I saw Vinny playing it. It's like, what? Why is this game funny? Because you look at Cloud and he's all edgy. And then you look at Barrett and he's like throwing people. You just full of surprises, aren't you? Aren't you, Barrett? Anyway, it looks like the game's about to end soon. So when it does, I'll watch Advent Children, because I've never fully watched it before. I've attempted to a couple times before, but I want to beat the game first. I want the game to be beaten first. So, I still haven't seen everything in that game yet. Haven't fought Sephiroth yet. By that I mean Vinny. Hi. If Emerald Weapon has 1,000,000 health, surely Sephiroth isn't, like, harder, right? I'm imagining that he will be much harder. But after seeing Emerald Weapon, like, I'm surprised that there is something stronger than it. And also, the first time Weapon died, the first time Weapon died, I was like, wow, Weapon is dead. We killed Weapon. And then, see Emerald Weapon, I'm like, oh god. And then I hear it has 1,000,000 health, and I'm just like, wow, that's cool. Can't wait to fight that. And he beat it. He beat it. That was insane. That was so cool. This part I can probably use lasso. Looking for more Sora mods being made. Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultima Weapon. Wait a second. Ultimate Keyblade? Or... You mean Ultimate Keyblade, right? I'm pretty sure I've already seen a mod of that, actually. So that exists, but I gotta wait until File Edition before I can include more than 3 Sora mods in ZM Special. Not just File Edition, but Directory Edition too. I was saying earlier, with File Edition, File Edition itself is great, but we can't add more skins or stuff like that until we get Directory Edition 2. And once we have File and Directory Edition, we can just add skins instantly. We don't have to figure out how to do it. We can already do it. And by that I mean we already know how to do it. We know it's possible. We just need File and Directory Edition first. We have one for the 2 and 3 design. Nice. Well, in the next version of ZM Special, I'm going to likely, assuming mods that I don't think are cooler come out in between now and the next release. I think that, or actually I've already put them in the build already, but of course it's for the next version. The ones that are in the build right now, I guess I can say, are the one that was already in, oops, that's not part of Pyra. The one that was already in beta 1.3, beta 1.1.3, and then also Halloween Town, which was made by Lucky Jero, and then also the pirate one, which was made by LN310. That would be dope. Yeah, so I heard someone saying that, like, basically if we were to get File and Directory Edition, there would be so many Sora mods. And I agree. Oops. Okay. That will be the day. That would be a big day. What? Why does it keep happening? Usually if you middle click on anything besides the canvas, it just like stops your ability to do so until you choose a different tool, which don't know why. Like, why would someone want that? That's the only gripe I can think of if I talk about this program, is when that happens. Everything else is great. The reason why I don't use newer versions of Paint.net is because at one point they added an update where you can't copy and paste images with transparency. You have to save the image first before you can import it, before you can paste it into the program. So I thought that was extremely annoying. So I just went back with this version of Paint.net. I don't know if they fixed that, but I'm assuming they haven't. I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea. It's probably just like an error in the probably just an error in the new importing process or whatever. Yo, what's up? Probably know what I'm up to. Okay. Okay. So this part is not part of the sword. That's probably fine for now. Okay. Yeah, so when I have a part on a Mural fighter that is just has straight lines like this, I just use the lasso tool. I do this. It's so much easier and more precise. Because when you draw with a line, it's not going to be straight. It's not going to be perfectly straight. And by draw, I mean using the eraser. This is so much better. Oops. Okay. This OST is pretty good. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not bad. It's not bad is what I mean to say. Also, I didn't think this would be a thing, but I know you guys can't see the tool. You can't see the tool window or the history window or the layers window or the colors window because they are technically different windows. And when I tried adding them on OBS, it just doesn't detect them, which it's not the end of the world. You can still see what tool I'm using. If you know the program, you can still tell what tool I'm using. There's like the icon for it changes on the cursor. This is a chill stream. This, like if you were to just look at this reminds me of Ryuko's Keep. I'm gonna end it here, just kidding. This kind of stuff, like the red and the way it reflects on, and like the edges, it really reminds me of Ryuko's Scissor Blade. If you don't know what that is, there's this anime called Kill la Kill. It's one of my favorite anime ever. And basically she has one half of a giant red pair of scissors. And it's called the Scissor Blade. And it's basically her main weapon. Not basically, it is her main weapon. And it has the ability to be more effective against the certain type of clothing that plays a big role in that anime. Actually, I'll show you. I can't really find a good example of it on Google. So I found a picture of what it actually looks like in the anime with a fake transparent background, I know. So this is what it looks like in the anime, but if you imagine what this looks like in real life, because a lot of people have made like their own real life versions of this thing, you'd probably imagine that it looks a lot like how the shading and color does on this. And there is a very cool video where these people, I always forget their name, but they make Ryuko's scissor blade in real life, and they're like real blacksmiths and stuff. And they didn't just make Ryuko's scissor blade, they also made the Buster Sword, they made Kirito's sword. Man, I forgot what Kirito's sword's name is. But it has a really cool name. They made a lot of like game and anime swords in real life, and it was really cool. I think just because, oh yeah, I forgot, they also made the Minecraft diamond sword in real life. That's funny. Not with real diamonds, of course, but they basically try and make it as close to the original as possible, except it's in real life, so it just looks badass. My favorite one was probably Ryuko's scissor blade, just because of the shape of it, but the Kirito sword was also really cool. Oh, and also, they made Ryuko's scissor blades out of real scissors. Like, they melted a crap ton of scissors, and then used that as the forge for creating the scissor blade. And on the finished product, when you look at the blade, you can see, like, the parts you put your finger in. I don't remember what they're called. You can see, like, you can tell it was made out of scissors. And that's cool. I'm glad they had that idea. That's really cool. And the finish on it just looks amazing. Go look up, no, I'm not gonna do it right now. Go look up, Ryuko's scissor blades in real life, and there's like this blacksmith's video where they do that. And I don't know. I don't want to make you find the wrong one, so I'm going to look it up. It's the Man-at-Arms Reforged Kill la Kill Ryuko Matoi's Scissor Blade. It's that one. Okay. We can kind of do the inside of here. Got Pyra's sword mostly out of the way. Almost. Still gotta do Mythra's hair, which that seems like it'll be the hardest part. I cannot believe how hard making mods for Pyra and Mythra are. It's nuts. Like when Sakurai said they're the most detailed fighters, he wasn't kidding around. That's why I'm never making another Pyra and Mythra mod again. And it's not even just like the textures. The UI takes so long to make. And you know, UI for fighters usually takes a while. But I'm talking about like after you've already completed the custom render. And you import the UI and you have to... It's horrible. And the reason is because Pyra is slightly rotated, and it sucks. When a fighter is rotated, I can only think of two of them, Pyra and Incineroar. Compared to their website render, Pyra and Incineroar are slightly rotated in-game. So trying to line up your custom render perfectly with what is in-game compared to the other renders is basically impossible. The Smash team clearly have a tool that presets the renders to be perfect, to display perfectly with each other. And I do not have that, and I never will. So we gotta do it manually. And with Pyra, and Incineroar, it's impossible. But doing Pyra and Mythra is way harder than Incineroar. Because not only is Pyra rotated, but you're doing 2 fighters. Somebody asked me on my commissions, if I asked for a Pyra and Mythra skin, do I have to pay for 2 fighters? I think you guys know the answer to that. Hey, just want to say thank you for what you've done with the Mural Isolation. It's good work and I'm glad to see how you made it. Yeah, you know, I'm basically doing the community a hand by doing all of these. I've only made this much progress on it in over an hour, which that kind of scares me because I'm not even halfway done with Pyra and I still gotta do Mythra. But yeah, this is how I do it. People can watch the VOD later. They're like, oh, that's how it happens. It'll probably be easier if you skim through the VOD. I tend to skim through VODs a lot because I don't have the time to watch an entire stream of something that I'm not like super interested in. Usually I put a lot on my watch later and I end up like saying, yeah, I don't have the time to watch this. It's unfortunate because I would watch all of those streams if I could. And I'm not just saying, oh, I don't have the time because I want to do something else. You know, I have things I need to do. Probably should have tried eating something before I started this stream because getting hungry. All I did was like wake up and sit here for a little bit and then start streaming. Woke up at like 7:30. Thankfully I didn't sleep through my alarm like usual. when I was doing Sora's Mural Isolation, I listened to some of the new music that I added. Well, so the remixes that are in ZM Special, there's a few of them, Kingdom Hearts remixes, I mean. So I listened to Sanctuary and Simple and Clean on loop for while I was doing that. Like right here, it's not entirely easy to tell what is the background and what is the foreground. Foreground being the fighters, of course. Did you guys see? Did you guys play Apex Legends Season 11? Season 11. There's Windows 11 and Apex Legends Season 11. So I got some good brand deals, am I right? Got a brand deal with Windows and Apex. Obviously that's a joke, but it's cool. More people are acknowledging the number 11. Obviously I like that number. Shoes. you guys see Nakari Ayame's new song? She released an original song. I forget what it's called, but it was pretty good. The MV was great, amazing. I like it. Put that one in ZM Special. Yeah, the editing on that music video is great. So now I've gotten to this point where what I do when there's a fighter in front of them basically is the same thing as saying there's a background. I just do this. If the fighter can't be seen, I don't erase their silhouette. I erase all of the parts that can be seen or can't be seen. Also, I would do commissions again soon, but it's just another thing that I don't have time for. I'm doing a bunch of other things. I'm doing way more behind the scenes than I do way more work than I show. It's just that, like, I don't post stuff about my personal life on social media. That's that. Probably will never do it. But you know, if it's a stream, I don't mind saying a little bit. I did actually, recently I tweeted some pictures of my room. That's like the closest thing. What is this? Okay, I didn't think the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 soundtrack would have like foreign lyrics like this. It's not bad, because that kind of stuff is really good sometimes, I think. But I don't really like this one. It's almost over though. Yeah, sometimes I gotta zoom out so I can see what is what. Can't always tell. Nier Automata does a very good job with foreign lyrics in their OST. I've never played Nier Replicant or the original Nier. Really want to, but trying to save money. Like this time of my life is the best time that I can just save money. That's one reason why I even did commissions at all. I'm trying to make a lot of money so that I can... Actually, I've talked about this a little bit. I'm trying to make a lot of money so that I can confidently move to Japan. Hey, I wanted to say I absolutely love your work, your stuff. Keep up with the great work. Thank you. It's good to know. Thanks for saying that. Glad I can make someone enjoy something, I guess. I don't know how to word it. I'm glad I can make things for people to enjoy. That's good. You see... Okay. Hold on. Okay. Something else about the Mural Isolations too is you notice that well, first of all, there's like these, because clearly this is drawn. So of course it's going to have lines like that. But second of all, these fighters have like a slight white glow around the outside of them. You can see it here. And on his yo-yo. And actually around his head here too. And when it's in front of another fighter, like here, it's troublesome. You can probably guess why. I don't have to explain. Okay, so gotta do this part still. This will be so much better to watch if I were to speed it up like 8 times. Like a time lapse, or yeah, that's what it's called, right? Time lapse. This would be a lot cooler if it was a time lapse, but it's not. It is just a stream now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was hoping I could do this in one stream, but I might have to put this into 2 streams. Might have to call it early. As far as I can tell, the battle music in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is pretty good. I thought the Fire Emblem Three Houses soundtrack was amazing. It's a pretty good way to end the song. Our track. Yeah, I might not be able to do this in one stream, unfortunately. I'll probably end it in like 20 minutes. I'm sorry, I thought I would be able to do it in one stream, but something has come up today, so I need to stop pretty soon here. I'll do part 2 soon, maybe even tomorrow, I don't know. I've been doing it a little bit lately on looking back at YouTube videos you haven't seen in so many years is really weird sometimes. It's like, how did I enjoy this? This is so weird. Okay, I've heard this one. This is the one that was in their reveal trailer, right? Okay, there's lyrics. I don't know if I like this, honestly. I don't think so. Okay, Pyra's done. Right? Yeah. I mean, for this part, at least, for the whole 2-point eraser part, Pyra's done. So, yeah, actually, I can do Mythra for a little longer, and then I'll call it here. I'll call it there. Yeah, I gotta skip this song. Sorry, it's not good. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like that. Okay, this one sounds a lot better already. I know they had to, but I wish they hadn't changed Pyra and Mythra's designs for Smash. Like when when I first saw Mythra's Spirit, I was like, what is that? They photoshopped artwork. They photoshopped outline artwork. That's not good. Come on. Of course there are some things they had to change, but what? Seriously? I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain anymore. Oh jeez, that was bad. I don't know what's up with me. I just forgot I was streaming for a second, and I was thinking to myself. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, I need to eat anyway, so I'll end it in like 5 minutes. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I'll set up another stream. Gotta make sure this stuff is perfect, so I can't just be doing this fast, you know. Oh, I'm on a time crunch, so I gotta do this fast. Oh, I haven't saved the entire time I've done this. Okay. Okay, I saved just now. Okay. Yeah, that would have been bad. A delayed game is forever good. No, I'm saying it wrong. I know I am. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. So I'm not gonna rush through this isolation or any other one, like people have implied that I do. Just because I can complete it in the same day that the fighter is shown doesn't mean it's rushed. Clearly, this takes effort and precision to do. Like, I'm not just going, oh yeah. No, it's not that easy. Some people think it is. Oops. I hate when this happens. When I think something else is of the fighter I'm working on. Okay. Okay. About to end it. Okay, so if you look here, I got rid of, or I did the outline, the entirety of the outline of Pyra slash Homura, which is her Japanese name, and then I did some of Mythra already. Okay, yeah, I did some of Mythra, and I did all of Pyra on this step. So next stream, assuming that's the last one, and I'll do the rest of Mythra, and then I'll do the other steps that I need to do. So alright, going to the BRB screen. So thank you for tuning in, even if it wasn't for long. I'll likely do this again tomorrow at the same time. So alright, calling it quits for now. See ya.